लोग इस स्वच्छ भारत अभियान में लगे हैं, कम से कम इसको फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए और केवल दिखावे के लिए ना करें, क्योंकि समाज में हर तरह की मानसिकता के लोग हैं। जिन्होंने भी ये किया है वो ठीक नहीं है और हम सबको इसको इशू बनाने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, क्योंकि ये किन्हीं छोटी छोटी चीजों पर समाज में और बहुत सारी घटनाएं होती है। अगर उनको हम इशू बनाएं बार बार, ये ह्यूमन एरर है, किसी ने गलती की है तो उसको इस बात को समझना चाहिए और सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन होना चाहिए। आई थिंक इससे ज्यादा इसमें और कुछ कहने के लिए है नहीं।
Well, that's really quite a story, because if you think about it, you may laugh about it right now, but the Clean India campaign is actually serious business. It's something that everybody should be taking seriously. The question is whether this is only an isolated case, because we've been seeing celebrities posing for the cameras in an attempt to look like they're part of the Swachh campaign themselves. But is that what the campaign has ultimately been reduced to? Suhail Seth in the studio with us. He feels very strongly about it. He's been talking about it all night. Tehseen Poonawala, Aarti Jairath with us this evening. Shahid Siddiqui and Sambit Patra is back with us tonight. Sambit, let me ask you first, how embarrassing, you had Shazia and Satish Upadhyay there, the garbage being dumped for them to clean up then?
First and foremost, let me condemn whoever has done this. I mean, dumping the garbage is really unwanted, I believe. But the real essence is, I mean, a single organizer's over-enthusiasm should not be seen as a phenomena which eclipses the great imagination, the great vision of Mr. Narendra Modi. That is the cleanliness drive which has been started by him across the length and breadth of the country. And the second important theoretical point that we must all know before we debate this topic is that Mr. Satish Upadhyay, the president of Delhi BJP, was only the guest by a function of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan that was organized by one of the appointed ambassadors. And as you know, the appointed ambassadors are not Bharatiya Janata Party members. So surely in a bit of over-enthusiasm, I mean, the organizers might have done what you are showing, but that is condemnable. We stand by the fact that cleanliness is one of the most important assets that is required by India, and the cleanliness drive, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan that the Prime Minister has started, in fact has changed the whole concept of cleanliness in this country, to which I believe all our friends who are in the panel will agree to.
When you look at the pictures, I mean, I don't know if you can see them there, but the fact is that even those who are taking part in this campaign now are doing it solely knowing that the cameras will be there to take pictures of them with a broom in their hands. They'll do it for 5 minutes and then it's over. And it's not just Satish Upadhyay who's doing it, everyone's doing it. So in a sense, the whole exercise has been reduced to that photo op, hasn't it?
No, I don't see it as a photo op. I see it as an exercise which was organized by a separate group of people where Satish Upadhyay and others from Delhi were merely guests. So naturally the guests are not supposed to know as to how the organization, I mean how the arrangements were made. And as Mr. Satish Upadhyay himself has put that he condemns anyone who has done such kind of misgiving adventure where some kind of leaves were brought from other source. Second, we have to learn that the concept is what has to be looked into. The concept of cleanliness is what is important, and no one in this panel over here would disagree with me that today we are all talking about cleanliness. We are all conscious about cleanliness. Small kids to adults, in fact, all of them are very conscious to the fact that the Prime Minister has given a call for cleanliness, and we should promote that. Because I think this is actually a really important campaign, and even if it gets, I think, kids at least interested and sensitized towards this issue of a clean India, that is important. But Suhail, is that what is happening here? Do you agree with Sambit's argument that it's just the organizers who did this? We had nothing to do with this.
No, I have a completely different take. I don't belong to either the BJP or the Congress. I couldn't be bothered about either. The reality is, it's a great campaign. It's a great idea whose time has come. I think two mistakes were made. Number one, where you made it all around celebrities, because these guys don't have the time. And number two, as you rightly said, you didn't de-escalate it to the grassroots. When we ran a campaign for the Delhi government many years ago around banning plastic and firecrackers, we ran it through school kids and parents. So I wouldn't wish the campaign away. There would be some dolts around who will, misuse and use photo opportunities, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We in India are far too cynical. You will make political capital out of it. You will have some Johnnies from some political party saying, oh, see, I told you BJP is doing this. The fact is, it's a great campaign. A mistake has been made. People will be more wary. The worst thing is if people shy away from these opportunities, because no matter what you say, we are not just the Republic of India. We are also the Republic of tokenism. Symbolism in campaign marketing matters all the time. So I wouldn't wish the campaign away. I think it is an aberration.
Symbolism is different from tokenism, though.
Absolutely. No, but what we are seeing is tokenism if you do not allow it to percolate to the grassroots. So there has to be, and I wrote about it last week in my column in Mumbai Mirror, that Swachh Bharat campaign will only work if you remake the Indian before you make in India. The Indian DNA has to alter. We cannot make this into a campaign just for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or by some celebrities who will want to be more loyal than the king and therefore go out with a broom when they don't really believe in the campaign.
So, Tehseen Poonawalla, is there a complete overreaction then? Is it unfair to blame Shazia Almi and Satish Upadhyay for this?
Actually, I'm going to say something which supports what Sohail said and will pleasantly surprise you. I support the Prime Minister's program, the Swachh Bharat program, simply because it is an extension of the UPA program of Nirmal Gram, more access to toilet, etc. But it's a matter of pride that the children of Godse today, through Mahatma Gandhi, through this program, are adopting Mahatma Gandhi, which is a great thing. The RSS are the followers of Godse. However, this program, and I agree with what Sohail said and what you said, should not come down to a lip service, a PR event, as you all have exposed. It needs to go into the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are this. Has Prime Minister Modi addressed, or anybody, the government addressed, the real issues at hand? The real issues at hand are people who pick up rag pickers, the wages of theirs, more access to toilets, programs that were continued by the UPA, empowering the local bodies, more empowerment, health issues of these rag pickers. Are those issues being addressed today? Those are the issues nobody is talking about, nor is the Prime Minister talking about. Therein lies the problem. We are not getting into the fundamentals of the issues. Like you said, like Sohail said, getting celebrities for a photo op. Selfies cannot replace self-respect. The fact of the matter is that having celebrities there is one thing, good for a tokenism, but what happens beyond that? I know for one celebrity for a fact, of the 9 celebrities that the Prime Minister appointed, one actor celebrity whose dog was being walked on Bandra, the dog was going on littering. Did the celebrity tell his staff to pick up what the dog littered? Therein is the problem with this program. It does not go down to the basics.
It's lip service. You're calling it lip service.
Absolute lip service.
Once Sohail has a quick response and I get Shahid and Aarti into this.
Look, all campaigns begin in a particular manner. A, B, the worst thing that India is doing is expecting Modi to do everything. He has sparked your imagination in an area which should have concerned us, which should actually not be a prime ministerial mission. It should be a mission that you should be taught in schools and your parents. He is replacing your parental breeding. So now don't say, oh, but Modi's told us this, so Modi's responsible. I think what needs to happen is as follows. You need schools to adopt this program. You need parent-teacher associations to adopt it. You need resident welfare associations. It has to be bottom up. You have sparked the fire, but the fire must emanate from the grassroots.
I agree with you on that completely, especially on this
one quick counter to what Sohail is saying. And NDTV broke the story, Siddharth Pandey, how Mr. Modi, what he can do, which is related to laws. For example, the environmental laws are being subverted. Siddharth Pandey broke that story. How the tribunal is not being empowered, how people are being removed from tribunals, how the Supreme Court has called the government a Kumbhakaran. The fact of the matter is, I don't expect Mr. Modi to do everything. I am saying, is there a plan where wages are increased? Is there a plan where local bodies are empowered? Just one last one. Hindustan Times, just one last one. Hindustan Times, Dr. Patra, 1 second, just 10 seconds. Hindustan Times 3 days ago came out with a report. Local bodies, Indore, Jaipur, these are local bodies controlled by the BJP, have gone down in the last 1 month as opposed to being cleaner. That is the problem with this program.
You know what's also happening, Sambit, is that, a lot of people, I think you do need big faces. You do need big faces to kick off a campaign. And Sambit, I'll just give you a moment to respond. But the problem is, Shahid Siddiqui, that, you'll have a lot of the page 3 types and the celebrities who will pose for the cameras with the broom. And like he said, I mean, there are people who will never just clean up after their dogs when they take them for a walk. It's actually been kind of reduced to that PR exercise at the moment, because if you need to see substantive change, then I think I agree with Sohail, make it a part of something that schools should be doing, because I think kids will respond more positively to it than adults.
I totally agree with Sohail and partially agree with Mr. Poonawalla. Both have valid points. But the issue is that those who are trying to take up this issue are using this campaign for their own political interests and political benefits. And that's what happened in the case of Islamic Center, where this drama was organized. Just a few hundred meters from this Islamic center is Basti of Hazrat Nizamuddin. For the last 10 days, all the people who are going to Ajmer were staying, and the place was so dirty that you could not even drive through it, and nobody gave a damn about it. If they really wanted to do some cleaning up, and including Mr. Upadhyay, doesn't Mr. Upadhyay know that the Lodi road is the cleanest road of Delhi? And what you are doing with brooms on that road, and Shazia Ilmi doing with brooms on that road, is absolutely a facade. So you could go to Nizamuddin Basti, you could have chosen that Basti for a day and cleaned up the Basti. That would have gone a long way. But and I agree with what Mr. Prime Minister Modi is doing.
Nidhi, I need to come
Yeah,
in
so
now.
Samit, let me just get a quick comment from Aarti, who's also waiting. I mean, what Shahid said is so valid, because that actually is the cleanest, most beautiful part of the city, many would say.
That's why they had to bring the garbage, Nidhi. Why?
Because they had to go and dump it outside.
Because that's one of the poshest areas of the city. So it made no sense. And, I completely agree with Suhail. It has to be bottoms up. Look, all over the world, particularly in democracies, they train people to be good citizens from the time they are in school. They are taught not to litter, to be good citizens, how to cross the road, to be polite to, help the handicapped, help, the elderly. I mean, these are things that are taught in school. Celebrities can add some pisas or, get some publicity for you, but they cannot be the backbone of your campaign. The backbone of your campaign has to actually be at the grassroots. And I wish the ambassadors who were there today had gone to a Basti. I mean, that's where the cleanliness needs to be done.
I think that's a great point.